If you have anything to drink, just grab it because I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. What it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Umbrella, and I am back with another video. Y'all, today's video is going to be really, really interesting, okay? It's something I'm compelled to do. It's something I feel a duty to talk about. And I have talked about this before on my channel, but it's been some years since I gave like a full update on this. And now that we have this situation at hand, I feel it necessary to talk about this. If you can tell by the title, we are talking about Kema, King Von's baby mom. I believe they have a son together. The late King Von, rest in peace, King Von. We are talking about things that she said pertaining to her femur surgery, and I will explain all of that, what that means moving forward. If you guys are ready, let's just get right into the video. You know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Let's just go ahead and do this, okay? So what has happened is Kema basically, I'm not sure about the details that are related to her accident, but I was made aware that she has been talking about her being involved in a car accident and having to get femur surgery. So I don't hear that a lot. So I thought, okay. First thing I was made aware of that she said was, y'all, I just realized this my twerking leg that's broke. Oh my God, what if I can't twerk anymore? Some of you may not know that I too have had femur surgery. I was hit by a car when I was walking across the street from a park 3 years ago, and the impact of the accident broke my femur bone. And if you don't know what the femur bone, I'll show, is like a picture up here. It's basically the bone that connects your hip to your knee. So that whole left side of my leg from the hip to the knee broke. So I had to have surgery, and I had to have a rod put in my leg, and it's going to be in there for the rest of my life. It was a very traumatic experience, and I could go deeper into that, but I just wanted to like open it up and let you guys know that I'm very qualified to talk about this. If you have anything to drink, just grab it because I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. He goes on to post a picture, and all of these that I'm reading from, I'll put them on the screen. It's just a little too ignorant for me to like have to have to like write it down and then like read it to you. I'm looking at it on my phone so you guys can see it there. There is a picture of her in the pool, I'm guessing, and she puts the song Chris Brown Say Goodbye in the, I'm guessing it's a video, and then there's a bunch of broken hearts on her, and she says, "No way, this is the end. How the F am I gonna twerk with a rod in my leg and screws in my hip?" Um, then she goes on, I guess people are messaging her saying, with the laughing emojis, and she's saying, y'all laughing in this a serious matter. Those were the initial 3 instances that I encountered this topic, and I just want to start off by saying that I'm making this video because this is a very serious matter, as she said, but I don't think that she understands that she started off making a joke. Like, literally, you talking about twerking and you just got in a serious car accident sounds like a joke. it sounds like you're not being for real. So me hearing that, of course, that's a trigger for me because it's just stupidity. You know what I mean? And it sounds like a joke. It sounds like you're like it can't be that serious of an accident if you would say something like that. Now, I'm going to elaborate because it's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to be able to do in initial recovery. And twerking and throwing it back and throwing it in a circle was not something that I was thinking about at all. Like, at all. I was 27 at the time of my accident, so I was not thinking about that. I was not thinking about, oh my God, like, what if I can't throw my ass in a circle anymore? What if I can't do this? I was literally thinking about mobility in general, like me being able to walk again, that I had to learn how to do all of that all over again. It made me feel very fragile and very vulnerable. So to hear her saying that she is concerned about being able to twerk is very insensitive to people that have also been in the same accident as her, which is me. And a lot of other people have been in an accident like that. And it's all about what you put out there, right? It's all about how you say things. And you can't really get mad at people for laughing because you're literally saying something that's like so small compared to how this is going to affect your life. She has a kid as well. She has a son that she has to take care of. Like that would have been excuse me, that would have been like the first thing that would have been on my mind is like, how am I going to take care of him? And I'm assuming that she has a lot of help and a good family in saying that. I'm just saying that as a mother, it's your responsibility to take care of your child. And when you can't even move, it makes you feel like, what am I going to do? That's just normal, in my opinion, normal reactions to stuff like this, like from going through trauma. I was also made aware that my sister, B Octavia, as you guys know, she DM'd her after she found out about her accident and said, and I quote, and you guys will see this as well. My sister was hit by a car 2 years ago. It was three, but it was three going on this year, and broke her femur. She's now walking regular, got pregnant. I am pregnant with my first baby. Thank you, God. And the only con or negative thing she still feels is when it rains, her leg hurts or becomes uncomfortable. Your army's strong, so you got this. My sister literally said that to her in the midst of her ignorance. She showed love and made her aware that, hey, there's someone that has been through the same thing. You'll be okay. Like, and there's other people that also messaged her and said similar things of like, you got this, and everything's going to be fine. Although it may not feel like that. Just being honest, I didn't feel that way either. I didn't feel like everything was going to be fine. I mean, I did in a way because I was still alive, but I also just felt, I'm gonna get into it. Let me cook. Let me cook. I have to go in ignorance order. You know what I'm saying? Like in order of how ignorant is hard, but y'all get what I'm saying. Speaking of people reaching out, someone actually said to her, "You gonna be able to do it, sis. My fiance broke his elbow a year and a half ago, and he got 2 rods and 6 screws, and he was picking up dressers and stuff when we moved. Just got to give it time to heal." Her response made me feel like a ghost came in here and choked me because she said, I'm talking about twerking, not regular mobility, babe. Twerking is a skill that requires certain bones and muscles to be used. So she basically just said F everything that this person has said and reached out to her and took the time to give her some good graces and some good luck. She said F what you talking about. I'm trying to shake my ass. Like then she goes on to, I guess, screenshot, and you guys can see this as well. She goes on to screenshot what she said in response to the person and what the person said. Um, because this was a reply to the still picture or video of her in the pool. She goes on to say, everybody's saying it's gonna be okay. Twerking is not a regular skill. Why y'all think some girls can't twerk? Some girls just don't have rhythm. Some girls don't have rhythm. And you can twerk, you can't just twerk one way. Like there's different ways to twerk. But anyways, she goes on to say it's literally a special gift from God to be able to use your ankle to shake your thigh and glutes. It's like I want to stop here and say something because I don't think that your ankle really allows you to do all that. I just don't think so. I think that your ankle will allow you to twerk. I think that when you twerk, your feet have to be planted on the ground, and I think that it does involve your femur because it's your femurs and your thigh. So I think that it's heavily on your legs and your thighs and things like that and your booty cheek muscles. I think that that's what that is. Although she is right that her surgery is going to affect her ability to do that, it's more or less the fact that that's what she's concerned about is dancing, and not just dancing in general, just a specific type of dance, a raunchy type of dance. Also goes on to say is shaking muscles with a bone and shaking with a stiff rod is two different things. Now, before we move on to the other clips, I do want to say that let's talk a little bit about my situation, right? So, I had my surgery. I was in the hospital for I think like 3 or 4 days. I got home, it got real. They sent me home with medication. I had needle like injection medicine. Like I had to inject medicine in my stomach so that I wouldn't lose circulation because I was supposed to really just be sitting and having my leg propped up for most of the time. I could barely move. I could barely walk. I had a walker. I couldn't take a shower at all. I couldn't use the bathroom. I had like a bedpan, so I couldn't use the bathroom. It was real. Guys want like the actual footage of me talking about the accident, like I'll link it below. Be a lot of things that she's going to go through. She's probably not going to go through a lot of what I just said, but that was like how it was when I got home. On top of the fact that like people were treating me differently. Like people were acting different around me. People didn't know what to say. People or they said the wrong thing, or they acted like they've been through it before. Even if it was like a little fender bender, you know what I'm saying? Like they acted like they've been through it before. So it's going to be a lot of that. Like your relationships are going to be tested. People are going to leave your life. Um, like leave, I mean, like as far as a friendship, like you're not going to have friends like that. I mean, you're not going to want to be friends with people that aren't there for you in this situation. So it's a lot of things that you have to go through. Like me, I didn't have um, insurance at the time of my accident, so I couldn't have physical therapy. I had to teach myself how to walk. I had to work out at home. It was a big deal for me, but it also made me really strong. And it was a test of like my mental and my physical health and how far I was willing to take it. So based on me saying that, I just say that it's all on you. If you think you're going to be stiff, it's because you're not going to be doing anything. Like, I literally walk like nothing ever happened. Like, nobody knows that this has happened to me. Like, when people meet me, they have no idea until I tell them my story. They have no idea. So, I mean, if that's the way that you want it to be, then you have to work really hard at it and you have to believe in yourself. And I mean, if we're talking shallow, yeah, I could twerk if I want to, but it's not a craving for me. But unless I guess I'm in a social setting. But if you are asking, can I twerk? Am I qualified to answer your question? Absolutely, I can twerk. If I want to, yeah, I could twerk. But it's not, like I said, it's not important to me to do that. That's not something that I was thinking about at all. Like, I was just thinking about the fact that I was still here on this earth. She also said, I really need the best injury attorney in Georgia. GA is Georgia. A broken leg is one thing, but the broke leg I twerk with. Then she says, oh nah. And then she says, or oh nah. Um, then she says, I need 55 million. Send me y'all best hitters. We going to trial. Um, I mean, I'm hoping, just based off of what she's saying, I'm hoping that she knows who did it or they found who did it. Because, you know, because it's stressful when that's not the case. It's very stressful. Let's just say I went through a lot of stress because my situation was a hit and run. So the person that hit me was never found. So I was pretty much like, I didn't know what to do. And my family at the time, just being transparent, my family at the time was pressuring me to talk to lawyers. And as soon as I got home, and I wasn't ready, I could barely say it out loud that had happened to me. And I was shocked, completely shocked, um, that it had happened and that I was still alive. So I really couldn't talk about it without getting emotional. As far as humanity, I just lost all hope in humanity after that happened. It took me a long time to kind of get my, like, I built like a personal relationship with God during that time, but it took me a while to kind of like want to trust people, give people a chance, because that just like let me down completely. I just hope that she knows who did it, or they're able to find who did it, or I don't even know the details of her accident. Either way, I just hope that she finds who did it and she's able to get some kind of not even money, just some justice. Because it was people coming up to me asking me, did I get paid? Because they seen me walking around with a cane and didn't know what happened to me. She also says, if anyone have a intramedullary rod in their leg, in their femur, and can twerk, please DM me. Other than that, stop telling me what y'all uncles and cousins can do. I'm talking about twerking, not moving around, being a regular human. You're really making it worse. Because of what she just said, that's why I didn't DM her myself. I mean, I just feel like she's in a strange place with her recovery, and I have no idea. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea what she could be thinking about, because that's the last thing that I felt during my accident. I chose to do a YouTube video, and I knew I wanted to record videos because I was just like, fuck, like, at the time of my accident, I was working, I had a job and everything, but as soon as the accident happened, I had to stop working and I couldn't do anything. So I literally was out of a job for 2 years. It took me like a year. It took me like six months to a year with consistent like exercise to be able to walk again. But it took me 2 years to go back to work because I had a lot of anxiety. Like, I was scared to cross the street. I was scared to be by myself and be out. Like, it was a lot. I still struggle with a lot of those things. Like, one of the things that really helped me is the thing that she's saying is making it worse. And that was people reaching out to me, telling me that they understand what I was coming from because they have personally been through it. And I had a few ladies after I decided to, just try to do something creative. Like, I was painting during that time. Like, I had to do things that was sitting down. So I started doing YouTube again, but I knew I couldn't do YouTube without talking about my accident first. So I started talking about my accident and I uploaded the video. I talked a little bit about it on Instagram, and I would like post pictures on Instagram about like of me with my walker and talk about my accident, and people was reaching out to me. And I talked to a lady that had a that got into a motorcycle accident, and I asked her questions, and she told me she was able to have children afterwards, and she wears high heels, like, and she was doing good. So it just gave me so much hope. And then I talked to someone was in the hospital, and it just happened to her. She got airlifted out of the street. So those people during my accident, they just and my recovery, they made me feel so much better about the future. And that's what all you think about is the future. Is like, how is things gonna be? How is life gonna be? Um, what can't I do? What can I do? Like, that's all the thoughts that go through your head. So a lot of people talk during this time. A lot of people are going to talk to you. They're going to say generic shit. But what helps is knowing that there's somebody out there that has been through the same thing and is doing fine. Like, and has been able to move forward in their life. Like, I'm literally having my first baby, like, in the next 2 or 3 months. And I'm so excited and I feel so blessed to still be able to do that, because some people have this type of injury and they can't have children or they can't give birth naturally. And I'm still able to continue doing things that I wanted to do before. And that's literally God just had me that whole time. And if she allows him, God will have her too. But I think she just needs to grow up a little bit, because thinking like that is thinking so small. So small. And I just can't. It just bothers me. But I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's getting a little long. I got a little passionate. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. It's time to feed my baby. I think we want some cereal. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I have a lot of new followers on this channel, so I thought that I would talk about my accident just so that you guys are aware that I am a superwoman and that I'm speaking up for people that have also been through the same thing and or are going through the same thing. If you're out there and you're having, a rod put in your leg like I did, you're going to be fine. And I know that that sounds generic, but coming from me, you got to believe me. You got to believe me. It's all up to you, though. It's all up to you. It's literally your journey, and it's literally your rebirth. It's like a do-over. It's your time to apply yourself. After the accident, I stopped smoking weed. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. I stopped smoking weed. I started eating more. I started exercising, and I started thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And all those things I wasn't thinking about before. So I'm just happy to be here and happy to be blessed with the opportunity of life, because a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people die in car accidents, and there's no chance to do over. There's no do-overs. So at the end of the day, you just got to be grateful for what God gives you and be open to new opportunities and new experiences. And it's going to be tough, but It's going to be tough, but you're still here. So, with all that being said, it's your girl Ombre Alerts. Make sure you like, comment below, and subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this. More videos on the way. I love you guys. Bye.